Greetings friends, hope you're well. Mufada here with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about overcoming the anxiety of filling out your application forms in order to get a license for whatever state that you're in. First, let me start by saying this. A lot of you guys that schedule time to talk to me, you have no idea how smart you are. Some of you are probably smarter than I am in terms of like IQ level, but the missing element to this is that you're not able to take action consistently. You let the small stuff knock you off your game. You let the small stuff hold you back from taking that action. I can't tell you how many times people call me and say, well, I need help with my application process. And then when we get on the phone, we break down exactly what the issue is. The issue is focusing and starting. Because starting is the hardest part. But once you start, in my experiences, once you start something, it's easier to build momentum on top of momentum. The point I'm trying to make is this. We always get overwhelmed before we get to do something. We always get overwhelmed. Not only do we get overwhelmed, we get distracted by the small stuff, like I said. Some stuff is small, sometimes some stuff is big. For example, right now I'm not feeling very well. I got a bad cold, I got a bad cough. I have problems just like you. I had to run a bunch of errands. My car had to get an oil change. I had to take care of that. I had to take care of some family business. We all have the same problems. What it comes down to is, what excuse are you giving yourself? You see, I'm sick, but I'm still working. I'm still on my grind because I love what I do, because I know no effort is ever put to waste. It turns out the help that you need is some motivation. You need somebody to believe in you. You need somebody to show you that you can do it. Even though that I know you can do it, because sometimes like when I start asking you questions, when I start asking people questions on the phone, they have the knowledge. The knowledge is not the issue here. It's the first step to taking action that a lot of people are freezing up. They're completely paralyzed by that point. The purpose of this video is to make it simple and easy for you. Because what you have to do is, when you have a big task or when you have a big project you have to work on, you have to break it down into little pieces. So in this video, all you need are 3 things. The first is, you need to print out your application form. Now this is my application form here for getting a license for the state of Georgia. When I looked at it, these are 12 pages. Most of you are smart, like I said, so you can get through this in a weekend. But let's say you're a little bit slow like I am. I'm gonna dedicate 1 page per day. The second thing you need, and a journal. So I got this beautiful journal here. I think I got this for like $10 on sale at Barnes & Noble. But you absolutely need these 3 things here. These 3 things are critical more than anything. They're super critical. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your journal and your pen. And then you're gonna write down the number of pages that you have to fill out. And then you're gonna write down how long you want to take per page or for the entire application. Let me explain to you why you need to do this. Before I had this journal, I didn't see the purpose of writing stuff down, but there's something about writing things down that will change your life. There's something about looking at your list and going through that list and crossing off every single thing that you've completed for the day. For example, today, I really didn't want to do anything today. I woke up feeling terrible. But because I was able to accomplish the 3 things that I wanted to accomplish today, I feel so much better now. So I'm gonna what? I'm gonna cross off the 3 things that I completed today. And one of them was obviously printing out my application form. In addition to that, you get to take all your thoughts and all your ideas in your head and put it on a piece of paper, which frees up your brain for space for other things. Because your brain only has so much capacity until you reach a point of diminishing returns, where you get fatigued, you get frustrated, because you're holding on to so much information in your head that it'll drive you nuts. You get overwhelmed and you start overthinking. Trust me, I've been there. But when you write things down, like I do here, it's not a burden in your mental anymore. When you were thinking of too many things, you just get things get crazy. Life gets crazy, for all of us, including me. So today I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna conserve my energy. Tomorrow, I'm only gonna focus on page 1, which is the checklist. And I'm going to understand every single word on this page. The rest of the 11 pages, those are for the next few days. But day 1, which is tomorrow, I'm only going to focus on this page. Anything I don't understand, I'm going to Google it. Anything that crosses my mind. For example, I need to understand if Georgia has restrictions to the areas that I can operate with my home care agency. So I need to find that out. How do I find that out? I'm going to call the state. I'm going to find out all this information directly from the state. I'm going to email them. There's actually an email right here where you can contact the state and ask them any additional questions. And that way, once I submit those questions after this page, as I'm going through the other 11 pages, I can be waiting to get my response back from the state. This will ensure that you're super organized, because the difference between the people that make it and the people that don't make it in business is not intelligence. Not at all. You'll be shocked. The difference comes down to persistence and consistency. There are so many other people that you are competing with in your state to start this agency that have more knowledge than you. They've probably started an agency before in the past, and they have so much information. But the difference is they're not taking action on that information they've collected. The ones that take action on this information they've collected, no matter how minimal that information is, are going to be the true winners. A lot of the times people also get stuck up on the money aspect of it, the money part. The money comes once you start putting in the work. The money always comes once you start building that momentum, you see? Picture this. Before you started working at your job right now, I know you're trying to escape. Before you started working there, you didn't have any money. You had nothing. You were probably desperate. You were probably more desperate than you are now. Now you're just probably desperate to get out, but before you started working for that job, you had no money. All you need to do is land your first client that's going to be willing to pay you. That's going to make up for any money you need to raise. In the same way that you're able to convince your employer to hire you when you have no job to work at that job. I hope you got some value from this video. If you're still interested in learning how to get started, and you need to know how to fill out your application forms the right way, and you're stuck somewhere, you still have some additional questions that your state is not able to provide, or maybe you're stuck at putting together your policy and procedure manuals, then give me a call. Schedule time in the description of this video. Let's talk about it. If you also need help on how to get private paying clients, especially the well-off clients, then give me a call, because it's becoming very difficult to get client referrals through social workers right now, because everybody is scrambling for that avenue, and it's completely saturated. Because everybody else is going this way, you should be looking this way. Majority of the times, what everybody else is doing is wrong, because people are followers. People follow faulty information all the time. You'll be shocked. But if you need some really practical ideas, some really practical strategies on how to find these clients, these well-off clients, and convince them to pay you, then give me a call.